on, guys? Your boy XQ420. Welcome y'all back. We're back in the building. Another episode of Day Zero. It is day 232, and we've got the entire crew with us.
My
The
God,
immaculate one, the
200,
spiritual one, the powerful
232
one,
weeks. That's like
the
forever.
one.
How many years is this?
That's okay. Not a year yet.
Five.
Whoa. Well, hold on.
Coming up on
How many?
five.
How many years we've been doing this? 2 years.
5,
years?
bitch.
Five?
5.
What?
We've been doing this for 5.
We've been doing this
years.
5 years.
That's
Stop playing
with
tripping
me,
me
man.
out.
We started in 21.
We started this when I was living in my apartment in Denver. Because remember, it was like
Oh yeah.
it was like a sideshow for Chris's stuff, but then he stopped showing up, and then we just did day 0. So yes,
That's
232
crazy.
weeks plus add another half a dozen weeks that we didn't do shows.
Yeah.
That's a
Like
lot of
last week.
motherfucking weeks.
I love how pissed people get when we don't do a show because that means they love us. So thank you.
It's so
Thank you,
funny because our
everyone.
numbers are so bad. It's pathetic.
Tell your
Yeah, well,
friends.
it didn't seem that way in Mexico. It did
People-
not seem that way in Mexico. I had plenty of people come up and say that they listened to day 0.
It's more popular than my main show. That's for sure.
Oh, mine too. I'm lucky if I get 500 listens an episode on my Kennedy stuff. But my Kennedy stuff is like the nerdiest Kennedy nerd shit you'll ever listen to. I'm shocked I get 500 people listening.
It's very
every episode.
niche. Yeah.
Fucking so niche. I can't even. I should get like literally. I should have about 70 people listening to me.
It's fair. It's fair.
About it.
Man,
I just feel like as your
I should have 70
intelligence
max.
intelligence goes up, listenership goes down because most people are stupid.
Well, here's what I've learned. People like Kennedy has been in the news lately. It's always in the news. People always want to seem to know what the fuck happened. But then when you spell it out for them, you realize that they lost their attention span 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. They were like,
It's like, what?
you make me a simple stick figure picture or shut up. Like,
Right.
they don't
And
have
you
the
can't do that with
capacity.
Kennedy. You
No.
cannot do that with Kennedy. Well, when you bring people in by saying Israel killed Kennedy, then everyone wants to know what's up. And then you're like, oh, yeah, that was the evidence of that is like 3 phone calls. And you're like, oh.
I think
fuck off.
Israel might be trying to kill Trump. I don't know, but that guy had a picture on his
Yeah,
profile.
what we got going on there?
Yeah, he had a picture on his profile that had the IDF sweatshirt.
Okay.
I mean,
so
I don't know. Can you just buy those? But probably. Is it Photoshop?
I never
don't know.
I never believed that there was a thing as called evil. I didn't think evil truly existed. I thought it was one of our hyperbolic human things that we just assigned this sentiment to. I didn't believe. I honestly, it's only I've been studying Israel for a decade, but it's really only the last like couple months that I'm like, holy shit, they are the definition of evil.
Yes,
And then you have to ask yourself why.
because they have packs
Why?
of demons.
Why is this one group of people just fucking evil? Like, why? And like, I don't really have an answer. The closest thing I can come to is that it's a product of inbreeding, extensive inbreeding.
Have you
I don't
read
really
this stuff on the
materialist.
Neanderthal DNA comparisons
Fucking
in that
bri-
thread?
briefly.
Because
I
that
saw
might
it.
explain some of it.
Interesting.
You know.
So I saw another. There's
Okay.
another thing about the Neanderthals that came up recently. I watched a very short video of it, and based on some evidence on the DNA and the chronologies that they already know and all this stuff, there's a theory now that Homo sapien was around first, and Neanderthal sprang from us, which is a very interesting twist on the evolutionary chain theory. So, but that is the latest thing I've seen in regards to the Neanderthals, which I think is pretty fascinating. So obviously Homo sapiens produced the Jew. So anything's
something went
possible.
wrong.
Something went wrong, yeah. Something went
Are you
fucking wrong.
sure?
Yeah. Are you sure about that?
Unless there's a extraterrestrial component to this, which I am not. It's not my wheelhouse at all. So I don't know.
Can we talk about the fact that all of those like legends and myths and fairy tales about monsters and the witch eating Hansel and Gretel and all this shit about children, all the children going missing and the Peter Pan Island and all of this shit is like encoded for the Jews.
Yeah.
But it's weird though, because you got different Jews, right? So the original Hebrew Israelites are not the Jews of today. So Hebrew Israelites and Jews are really two different things. And the Jews, they hearken back to the days when they think that they were Hebrew Israelites, and that's their ancestors. But it's not true. None of it's true. It's all bullshit. So my take on the earliest Jews is that, number one, they were slaves. It's a religion of slavery. And therefore, when you interpret all the different stupid Jewish shit through that lens, it really changes the whole perception of everything. And then you realize that so originally, the way I see it, you got these African black Hebrew Israelites from 5,000 fucking years ago. Then fast forward a couple thousand years, you start to get the Middle Easterners involved in this religion. And then fast forward again another 500 fucking years, and you got the whites getting involved, right? So that's kind of the tiers of Judaism, if you want to call it Judaism. But that's kind of how I see like this progression over the time. At around Jesus's time, it appears as though there were roughly, I don't know exact numbers, but it seems as though the pull on Judaism came equally from the black Hebrew Israelites and the Middle Eastern. There was a couple sects of the Middle Eastern Jews, right, who ended up writing the Talmud. And so it's really weird when we talk about Jews and white Jews talk about we've been harassed for 3,000 years. They can fuck right off with their nonsense. But it's really difficult. I've been trying to wrap my head around this Jewish question for a decade. And let me tell you, I'm not much more better off than I was 10 years ago when I started.
I mean, like, have you seen the Shmuley Rumpelstiltskin comparison?
Yes.
Where he's doing like
Yes.
he's doing the dance and everything, and it's, you start going back through it and you go like, oh, the artwork that you see in the city of London, or I think other places, where it's the alligator coming out of the sewer eating the child, and you go, oh, fucking hell. Out of a storm, like a storm drain, it's a big lizard, you know, eating a child, and you go, what a peculiar sort of a piece of art to make. Unless you're trying to sort of say that, hey, there's like big ass lizards in the sewer, not like actual alligators, but like lizard people down in the sewers. Oh, by the way, who's coming out of the sewers in New York City?
Haha.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, well, you know, if you go back, so technically the reason they're fighting, okay, and I'm assuming this is both sides that believe this. So it's Abraham, because he had the two sons. So he had Ishmael. That's when he banged the Egyptian maidservant because he didn't think he wasn't able to have a child with his wife Sarah. And then he went back and banged Sarah, and she ended up having a child, Isaac. So that's where the split
hang on.
comes into
play. So you
play.
tell me all these Jews are the descendants of some illegitimate shit from the maid?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So Ishmael was an Egyptian maidservant. So I mean that's where the whole that's why I was saying the Middle Eastern shit. And then Isaac was born to his wife Sarah. So Isaac don't sound white. And then Ishmael don't that sound like a little Middle Eastern?
Here's the problem with what we've been historically told, and the realities are that the oldest fucking Jewish communities in the entire world that go back thousands and thousands of years are like in Northern Africa, Morocco, and then Ethiopia and Somalia. And it's like, these are the oldest, longest fucking documented, thousands of years old community, and these motherfuckers ain't even close to white. So
white-ish.
The stories we're told seem to conflict with what we can say with reality. In reality, is the case.
So wait, you're saying they hijacked somebody else's story and used it as a
this is what it seems
armor to deflect away from criticism?
Yes, this is the 100%.
No way. What sort of diabolical people would do shit like that?
People who
some
think
white
it's
people,
okay.
some inbred white people.
Well, hey, but hold on. When you had that and you had the 12 tribes, I mean, why couldn't one of the tribes be white?
No,
or maybe
man,
two of the tribes.
This shit is fiction. This shit's all fiction, bro. None of that stuff is
Hey,
real.
we just putting this out in the ether. We're just putting it in the ether.
Come on,
Yeah.
man, it's astrological. It's 12 tribes, 12
Well,
fucking
and here's
wise
another
men
thing.
or whatever. I mean, what?
Mhm.
13.
So
We
Israel
we
is
just
supposed
putting
to
it in
be like
ether. That's all we
the
doing.
old Canaan, right? So the Canaan, I don't know if it was an empire, but it was a big ass shit back in the day. Canaan is supposed to be what Israel is today, but I've read other historians say that nobody has any idea what the borders of Canaan really was. There were references to Canaan found deep in the Sahara fucking desert. And so I've seen some historians say that the land of Canaan was like half of Africa, right? But today most
That was
people
the
think
promised
that it
land.
was just right, but most people think that today it's just the area that Palestine is in. So
Yeah, it's the promised land. They're supposed to go over there and
I
kill
don't-
everything.
nobody seems to know what the fucking truth is. People just make the shit up, man.
Yeah, that sounds bad,
Yeah.
doesn't it? That sounds bad when you
That's
say
the
it out
best
loud.
way.
Hey, yeah, hey,
Make it up as
yeah,
you go
go
along.
take. Hey, that's your land over there. But there's people over there. I won't worry too much about that. Just kill all those
Yeah, but
people.
The imaginary man in
Oh.
the sky, who's also in charge of real estate, said that I have the deed to it. So tell them they've got
Yeah.
to get off that land and give it to me.
So, the worst part of this is if these motherfuckers were just ruthless like Genghis Khan and just took your land and said, we're taking it because we want it and fuck you, that would be 10 times better than them being, oh, it's really ours and we got the deed from 10,000 years ago. And the sneaky backhanded fucking subhuman nature of the transaction is what's really the most offensive thing.
Aren't
Like
they doing
Genghis
both?
Khan-
They're doing it aren't they doing that in Lebanon where they're just straight up taking it?
Well, no, Lebanon, what's going on is that since they're getting attacked by Hezbollah, they had to create a mandatory security zone to protect themselves. And in that zone, which is a third of the country, people can't return to their homes and stuff. But it's not because they're seizing the land. It's because they're creating a security zone.
It's for your safety, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Always. Well, I just don't get why you want
For the
that land
children.
because it's shitty land. Then
Yeah.
there's nothing good about it. And so if you're gonna just take land by force, like why was it there? I get the
These
whole like, oh, it's a
motherfuckers-
sacred place, but like, we're not
These
where it
motherfuckers could
at that
literally have
point in
done a
time,
deal
that land was
and gone
dank.
to Argentina. Before, like thousands of years ago, like 20,000 years ago, some shit like that. Like not.
Yeah, the land was dank. It was dank land. You know what I'm saying?
way back.
It had all the good shit there. All the good shit was there. Hey,
So
look,
the original,
here's what we do now.
Zionists.
Mhm.
Well, hang on. The original Zionist propositions were like
Okay.
anywhere. It had nothing to do with Palestine. It wasn't until at least a year into Zionism that they said, "Hey, let's do Palestine because we can manipulate the Bible talk shit." And we're Jews and we're the Jews and they're the Jews and it's our land. But initially, they were looking to go to Patagonia and South America and shit. Like in the original writings, that's what they were looking to go anywhere
Well,
somebody would sell them a piece of land.
Mm.
So that tells you exactly how much they gave a fuck about the religious nature of it.
Well, any and all conquerors always use some type of religion to back their conquest. Okay, even Genghis Khan. He said, "I'm the punishment of God. If you're not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you." I mean, this is the shit they believe. Like,
That's rad.
like that's the
more
the
honest.
nigga rolled up and he dropped that line on you. The nigga rolled right up and he dropped that line on you. Hey, look, if you wouldn't have fucked up, God wouldn't have sent me your way. But you got to go today, bud.
Cold
Hey,
blooded,
look.
man. When you hear
That's
that,
some
you know
confidence.
you're
Yeah,
about to get rubbed out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I think all conquest has some type of religious backhold on it. There's no doubt about it because they believe that they've been sent on a divine conquest. Whether that's factual or not, whether we believe in that or not, but they believe it, and they've been able to manipulate other people to believe the same thing, and that's all you really need. You need a little bit of cash. You know what I'm saying? Back then, if you had food, that was the same as cash. Niggas starved to death. Okay, let's be real. All right, folks cry today about shit. Niggas just starved to death back in the day. There wasn't nobody there to help them. Okay, the church won't open and passing out food on Saturdays and shit like that. You just starved to death. Okay, so that was it. So if you had food, and then you could promise the people a little bit of a better life, but they go kill everybody for you. I mean, it's like, how many folk you want me to take out? We'll do that today. It's like, hey, this guy's feeding me. What y'all got? Y'all got food? No? Okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. So that's the way we see things today.
It's not tough to trick people when they have like a 75 IQ.
Yeah, but that as well. That as well.
They're
Well,
all
it seems as
but
though we
as-
live. we live in this new world order-ish thing, right? We have not the new NWO, like I'm talking like in general, we have this modern world that we live in where everyone has to be cool, you know what I mean? And therefore we have to do things a certain way. And so what we get with Israel now is they're fucking just blowing shit up, but they're telling us in the language that we speak in this modern era, the PC era, that they're, you know, the reasons are different. You know what I mean? So we have it's because we have these expectations of life in modern society that we can't just go and fucking blow people up and take their shit.
Yeah, that's why we talk about war crimes and shit. But I'm just like, war, what that mean? What's war crimes? Ain't nobody know what that was back in the day. When I came to your crib, I just came to kill you. If it was in the middle of the night, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You want to wake. The win is mine.
We agreed we wouldn't do that anymore after World War II.
And agreements are meant to be broken. Hey, people get married every day, don't they?
Doesn't agree to anything,
and they get divorced every day. I mean, it's just like, hey, agreements are meant to be broken.
Israel's policy is that was then, this is now.
Yeah, yeah. This is new shit going on right now. They got weapons. They're real close to a bomb. They're real close to the bomb. They're on the precipice of this bomb. That's what you always hear. The bomb.
Oh yeah.
I just say,
one bomb is gonna do it.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, sit back, let them make the bomb, and I dare you to hit the trigger. You won't do it because everybody else is bitch made. You ain't going. You won't push the button.
Why focus on the bomb anyway? You can't use it. Build your hypersonic missiles. Build those if you really want to. I mean, you can use those without any sort of like backlash from the rest of the world. Why don't you just build hypersonic missiles instead of nukes?
Yeah, but you see, that lets you know that people ain't really about it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we got a lot of posers. We got people who there's one of the animals that take in a lot of wind and they look bigger than what they are. You know what I'm saying? To scare some shit off. They can't fight. They just need to look big. You know what I'm saying? When they look intimidating. That's all we got. A bunch of folks looking intimidating. Because if I was really ready for this to rock this shit, then I'd just go ahead and do it. I wouldn't ask you about it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't tell you I'm on the way. You just wake up one day and you wouldn't.
Well,
you wake up, you be dead.
What do you make of it raining again in Iran now that they blew up the radar networks in UAE?
Huh.
Have you seen that?
No. I mean, I saw that it was raining over in the Middle East and hail and all this stuff.
It's pouring rain everywhere in the Middle East now because of that. And they're showing like, apparently like Iran had been in a like almost like a 50-year drought.
Wow.
And it was weather manipulation. And they blew up these they blew up these radar installations in the UAE. And then it just started raining.
Can we do that here? Can we blow up all of them? Let's blow up all the weather manipulation devices.
Yeah. That's what's doing it. I mean, of course, they talk about climate change, and climate change, the big concept of too much carbon dioxide. Climate change is bullshit. It's just bullshit. But weather modification is real.
Very
so real. You get in this weird place when you say climate change is bullshit, and they go, how do you explain that? And you go, that's weather modification. That's not that there's too much carbon dioxide. That's your government hates your guts and it's making it not rain in certain regions so that they'll be all dried out, and then they start fires there. And
this fucking war might end up being a net positive for fucking Iran, period. I mean, they're definitely emerging as the power of the Middle East over Israel. Fuck Israel. And then today I seen from the fucking, I love their fucking, what's his name? Remember in Iraq, the guy who was like, oh, we're winning, and the American tanks were rolling behind him, the propaganda John or whatever they called him. Well, Iran's guy is like the most legit fucking, well, he's a propagandist, but he's the most legit propagandist ever. And he said today that they are going to, the last tweet I read from them, they are going to hit every inch of Israel with their most advanced missiles. I'm like, fuck yes.
Well,
combined, get rid of Israel, get rid of the weather modification, prove you're the big dog in the region, eventually end up opening up all the trade lines and having all the sanctions lifted, because that's what's going to end up having to happen for them to stop blowing shit up. right? This could end up being the greatest thing to ever happen to fucking Iran, period. They could emerge as a world power because of this.
Oh dear God, I hope
Collecting
not.
300 million a day.
Well, here's the problem. They've never done shit to us. Never. They just want to be left the fuck alone. And all this shit
That's
about
not even remotely true.
oh, fuck off with your we're the terrorists, not them. Okay, we don't have anything to worry about from my fucking Iran. Give me a break. Well, here's the biggest problem with Iran. They have so much fucking oil.
Talking
They
about
have so much oil that they have to use it themselves because of all the sanctions. And if they could actually sell their fucking oil on the open market, it would tank the fucking oil markets. They have so much.
I'd be happy for Iran
like
to rule the world if it wasn't a theocracy for Islam.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. That's their business. They can
I
fucking
know,
do
How
what
do
they
they
want.
square that, Lindsay? Because you've got the Persian community that's very like kind of inherently kind of Western, I guess. I don't know, a little Western or a very intelligent, high IQ, real high IQ, and they're not Arabs. And then
because there's a conscious decision they made to be secular. So they're like, yeah, we're Islamic and we're a secular government. And they made that intentionally so that they could be Western and accepted by the West. And when you see people who came to the US before all the madness, they're Westernized Islamic people. So nobody's ever met an actual radicalized Islamic person, but you can read about it and you can watch it happening in Africa, especially. And that's the type of Islam that Iran is.
Well, Islam wasn't a fucking problem until we made it a problem in 79,
Maybe.
technically.
Sure.
79
That
is when
doesn't
Islamic
change-
terrorism
But it doesn't change that it is a problem then. Right?
Well, it seems like the problem that you have is that they're just a religious fanatic government.
No, the problem I have is that Islam is violently, intentionally trying to take over the world and is so far very successful at doing so. So the theocratic version of that as a government is even more dangerous.
Like, it was not some fucking genius Muslim guy who got Muslims into every country. It was a fucking Jew.
Sure,
Okay?
yes,
So
but
they're
that
the
doesn't change
hammer,
that it's
but the Jew is the
very,
one who
very
wields the hammer.
successful. Yeah.
The question is, does it even matter anymore? Because like they're here.
It matters to all the people they rape and murder across the world.
No, I mean, does it matter whether it was a Muslim mastermind or a Jewish mastermind?
Right.
What's
It just
done is
exists.
done.
Yeah,
They're
because
embedded in Western Europe. They're embedded in North America.
Islam is
through the
only as much of a
Kalergi plan.
threat as Jews have made it.
Yes, but it is therefore
Yes,
still here and
yes.
a threat.
Much like if you blew up when you blow up the radar dishes, the weather goes back to normal. I wonder if you blow up Israel, does Islam go back to normal?
I doubt it. But I wonder.
I would think so.
It's like if you set a bunch of cats, they used to light cats on fire and send them into the city. It's like, well, the cats are still the problem. That guy over there is the guy who sent the cats in, sure. But like now we have all these cats running around on fire. Are they going to like stop being on fire running around? No, they genuinely believe this bullshit. And that it's okay to rape and torture and murder for God, for Allah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Lindsay. Sometimes you can unintentionally create a villain. You know what I'm saying? And then
the
you can't
there,
stop it.
And it's got tools.
and
it's got
then
a
you
whole
can't stop
government behind it. Yeah.
I always harken back because whenever we make movies and stuff, we just recreating stuff that niggas have already done in real life. So I think of it as like when Tony Stark was trying to protect Earth and he created Ultron. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so let's say that the Jews did create this radicalized version of Islam. That ain't saying they know how to stop it.
Right.
They got no clue.
Well, I see like the Muslims are like the fire and the fucking Jews are the ones who wield the fire. And so it's just a blunt instrument. It's a tool. It doesn't have any intellect or anything intelligent. There's no fucking planning by these Muslims to spread into these countries. No, the Jews are doing that. And they're just spreading their fire everywhere they can. The fire can be dealt with. It's the Jew that's the fucking problem.
They're both problems.
Well, yes, the fire's got to be put out. That's 100%. But we need to deal with the person starting the fires before we can begin to put them out.
If the Jews weren't there directing it, the Muslim community would not be coordinating this themselves, more than likely.
Correct.
And therefore, the problem would take care of itself. I just did a macroaggressions episode called "Trust the Plans" about the Kalergi plan, the Theodore Kaufman plan, the Louis Nazir plan, Clower and Piven. You go through the Morgenthau plan. You go, what's the common denominator here? they're all Jews planning this, and it was all
right.
to destroy white nations. And it's like, you can go, oh, you guys are anti-Semitic, or it's a conspiracy theory, all you want. They write fucking books about it, right? So people can, there you go.
So I
It's
found this
there.
document.
Huh.
This is the United Nations document, and it's
There
called
you go.
Replacement Migration.
Dude, and if you say that, they call
it's
you
the
a
whole
conspiracy theorist
fucking
and
thing.
a far-right radical.
Right.
This is their fucking
There it
excuse.
is.
Is it a solution to declining and aging populations? That's the cover story. Is it a
Who's-
solution to declining and aging populations?
And
Like-
now we've got all these radical Islam. They're in there. They're raping, killing in the
Hey,
West.
send that to
now.
me, Cory, on Telegram, will you please?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I mean,
like
this thing
that-
this is so
you-
well planned and thought out. It's unbelievable.
And did you see the art by the guy that they love? God, can't remember his name, but it's like a, I don't know, let's just say like it's like a yellow background or something. It's like almost like stick figures, and it's all the white people are being just raped and murdered and torn apart by all the darker characters. There's no like realism to it at all. It's very impressionistic, but it's like this is an artist who they love, and that's all they do is scenes of black people killing and raping white people.
We're the minority of the world. I want my reparations.
For
You
real.
did you
Nigga,
see
no
what happened
reparation
to
for
the-
you. You're evil.
to
Colonizer.
Southern Poverty Law
So, you know.
Center this last week?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's
You
so
remember-
funny. I remember being taught about the Southern Poverty Law Center when I was in like middle school, like literally 35, 40 years ago.
And then like it was a good thing, right?
Right, right. Like it
Yeah.
was, they helped stop racism and stuff. And that was
They
that
help
was
poor
40
people.
years before they were pushing the woke stuff.
Yeah. I wrote about him in my 2017 book before they were pushing the woke stuff too, just because they're such obviously Jewish interests that were set up to, like the Anti-Defamation League goes around defaming people. The Southern Poverty Law Center goes around putting people into poverty with lawsuits. Meanwhile, they have 2/3 of $1 billion offshore in the Cayman Islands.
What the fuck? Okay, and so they're also funding like the KKK and all these like actual extremist racial
So-
groups. And their excuse is like, oh, we needed an agent to, like go in there and like, fuck
No.
you. I don't believe you for a second.
No,
This is exactly like all the people who are like, I had a noose on my desk, and then they're the ones who made the noose.
Totally.
can all
it's
suck
it's
it.
the supply and demand imbalance of racism. There is a lack
Yes.
of supply. So the Jewish interest groups they create it and they stoke demand for it because they have to make it. Remember when Bubba Wallace was like, it was a noose, pulled rope noose, it's all about me. It's they were coming to get me, and everyone's like, slow down, lunatic. Here's a picture from 2 years ago at the same garage where all these other guys had their cars for this race, and they're all done like nooses. Like, so they're manufacturing that. And Southern Poverty Law Center got busted. They got busted
Yep.
financing the KKK.
I didn't even know there still was a KKK. It's like so outdated.
Yeah.
I
Well, it's
know.
probably only exists because of them, dude. Like,
I know.
nobody
Well, I'll
else
tell you
cares
this
about
much.
shit.
In I think the 1970s, when the American Nazi Party, which wasn't really a political party, it was more of like a club
More
party,
like a drinking
thing.
club.
Drinking club, right? When the American Nazi Party were led by George Lincoln Rockwell, got fucking, they ran out of money, went under, and had to file with the IRS. Turns out they were funded by the fucking ADL all the way back then.
Of course. This is it. It's subversion. By way of deception, thou shalt do war.
I wonder
What a
if
nice world
even if they
have otherwise.
even if they I wonder if they fund all these organizations in part so they can blackmail them at some point and say, hey, look, we've been funding you for years and we're going to let everyone know we've been funding you and you're full of shit. It could be a way. It could be a method of undermining the message.
Sure.
Don't
in a
take
roundabout kind of
money
way.
from the devil.
Don't take money from the devil. Yeah, you're
Yeah, but
right.
on broke day.
Yeah, that's when he shows up. He knows.
Yeah,
Go
but on
farm
broke
some
day.
mangoes.
But I'd rather
Yeah,
have
but
the
on
money
birthday.
than have the devil have the money. So we might as well take it because you don't want the devil
You
having
see
that
what I'm
money.
saying?
You
You see,
get
there it
control.
goes right there. Reverse logic. I'm still look. I'm picking up what folks are putting down as far as influence potentially from Israel putting up, but I still don't understand the installation of these radicalized Muslims all over the place because the niggas don't like you. So it's just like, they have more kids.
It's to turn the majority into a minority and to ultimately undermine and destroy their culture. Period.
Destroy whose culture?
Destruction. The white people who were living there before.
Yeah, but hold on. But you still, like, we're so, like, caught up in the hatred of Israel that it's like the T virus isn't a big deal until everybody's 8. So the radicalized Muslim is not a big deal until you look up and all the folks you were paying off are gone because it's nothing but them. And then that means they all can go and fuck you up. You see what I'm saying about overplaying your hand? Like, you see what I'm saying about overplaying your, like, it would make no sense at all for me to want them, because they obviously hate my guts. It's obvious. Okay, without a shadow of a doubt. So it would make no sense to have them repopulate mainly white areas where we have control. Where we have control over them. I have control over their governments and stuff. Once they start installing their own shit, now we don't have control anymore.
They don't.
Well,
so I'm trying to wrap my head around. That's all I'm trying to do.
Once you ultimately destroy the culture and destabilize the nation, then fundamentally you end up with a sort of quasi version of, Afghanistan or fucking Iraq, just a nation that's in chaos. It has nothing works, nothing functions, none of the systems work. That's what they want. This is what the Jew wants, so they can have their greater Israel thing over the world. That's what the Zionism project is. It's a plot to take over the world. Well, it does.
Yeah, but all those people don't like them.
Right. Okay, but here's the deal: the Jew is short-sighted and doesn't see that once you poison the fucking well, you're going to get poisoned by it too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's because they're stupid and inbred.
But hold on. Are they stupid or are they smart? Because we're saying they're smart and we're saying they're stupid at the same time.
No, you can be stupid and you can be crafty. You can be crafty and stupid at the same time. Crafty ain't smart.
Can I read you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to read you. This is from Kalergi, the originator of the Kalergi plan. He was the head of something that was like the precursor to the EU for 49 years. This is what he said. You want to talk about a tight elevator pitch for what you're doing with the Kalergi plan? This is what he said. We intend to turn Europe and North America into a mixed mongrel race of Asians and Negroes ruled over by Jews.
That's pretty concise.
How clear is that? That's what they want. You can anti-Semite, oh my God, it's worse than another Holocaust me all day long. Their words, not mine. Deal with that. That's what they want. This is not accidental. This is being made to happen. And you can tell it's being made to happen because you're not allowed to talk about it being made to happen. But it's being made to happen.
It fucks with me up that there's so many non-Jewish people who just go along with it for what, I guess, money, a little bit of fame, a little bit of power, and to keep their weird sex shit secret. Like, is that enough?
I think they're occultists. I think they're weirdo occultists. I think they're believers. I think I think you got, like, beyond the Christian and the Jewish label, you have these people who are like, these motherfuckers literally study the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead and think they're going to find some fucking universal God truth in there. They study the Aztecs. They fucking are. Yeah, they're balls deep into, like, they think that these people years ago, centuries, millennia ago, knew something that we don't know now. They knew the secrets of life way back then, and the only way to get them is through this Talmudic Kabbalah, fucking Jewish, straight up insanity. These people are nuts. I'm sorry, but where's the fucking media at?
All you have to do is enjoy life. They can't seem to enjoy life. They spend the disproportionate amount of time trying to trick God or get around on technicalities and these laws. And it's like, or the rest of the time they're trying to destroy the host nation. It's like, why can't you just get along with people? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is the 109 countries thing argument. It's like, at some point you have to take responsibility for your own actions, and in all of the deflection and all of the social tricks you've used over the years to deflect righteous criticism of your behavior over the fucking centuries. It's now a reckoning. people are talking about it. And it's like, look, I'm not trying to make the average Jewish person feel guilty about the crimes of their ancestors, right? Because they didn't do it. But I would like a little acknowledgement that it is happening and has been happening and that it is coordinated. Because the longer it goes on with people going, oh, don't believe your lying eyes, that infuriates me because I know what I know. And you can't bullshit me on this because I know what I'm talking about. So it would go a long way if you could get some, by the way, this is a tactic too, but it would go a long way if you could get a segment of the Jewish community to say, yeah, our behavior, what we've done to the Palestinians is reprehensible and should not have happened. Like, this is gross. Like, we're not in favor of this. You should be doing some of that. But I don't really see much of it. I see a lot of, oh, well, I'm quotes from some high level guys about how they feel towards Palestinians. It's talking about how death is not enough. We want them to feel eternal pain. You're just like, God damn, like you guys are deranged lunatics. So when the false flag comes and you try to pin it on the Muslims and everybody goes, it's the Jews, you have nobody to blame but yourselves. And oh well, and this is how it's going to be from this point forward. Like, the mask is off, and the normies are waking up to your behavior, and it's not going to go well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just
the best we can hope for is that Iran just takes out Israel. Period.
They may. They could.
It just seems
I don't even mean to give back to the Palestinians. I mean, just take it out as if it's uninhabitable forever.
They may make that calculation that it's either us or them. And
I don't know. I still feel like it's the damn T virus hitting the side of this damn table, and it was all good until everybody's ate. I just think there's, oh man, I would think that they would be smarter than that they would have an offshoot of a plan, because from what I'm seeing, it don't look like that they can commence on any type of war without some money from us. Can they? Can they fund anything?
Israel?
No. They can't fund shit without us.
Well, here's one thing.
If we're gone, what they gonna fund? Who's gonna fund them? Because we fund everything for them. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this as a possibility. Israel was created by the City of London, and the City of London has essentially unlimited funds. So I would say that it helps for World War III for Israel if the American Empire is funding them. But if that funding were to go away, I'm not totally convinced that they couldn't make up for it through the city, that the British Empire wouldn't happily finance that and pick up the slack. Not that I don't know how they would advertise it. I don't know if they'd want to advertise that.
Well, when you say the City of London, do you mean that the British Empire created Israel?
I mean the British Empire.
I
mean the British East India Company that became offshore banking colonies and things like that. I'm talking about the
British deep state
is what really runs this. If all wars are banker wars, the City of London runs the show. And they have unlimited money. And if the City of London created Israel, then Israel has, by default, should theoretically have unlimited money as well, which is fucking
See, they
terrifying.
blew up the British for a decade,
Yeah,
before.
but they're all
like the British hated the fucking Israelis. The British who were there, the soldiers, the
everybody
people in
hates
charge.
the Israelis, but they're useful. That's a useful place to have. It's an aircraft carrier for the British and American empires.
You see, they say that, but I don't understand that statement because we got bases in 8 fucking countries around the region. So how the fuck are they an Air Force carrier? How the fuck are they an aircraft carrier?
Well,
for us when we got bases in 8 countries there. Like,
I mean, we give them weapons. I mean, it's essentially like having another battalion, but it's Israel.
I've heard that argument so many times. And I just never understood it. Like there are a fucking permanent base in the Middle East, but we didn't have a base there till recently. They wouldn't let us put one there.
No, I know. The real aircraft carrier was Ramstein in Germany, but Israel is maybe it's probably better to call it an ideological aircraft carrier where you can park money and ideas and people and resources and things there to get them to use them to attack people later. I mean, there's a lot of that going on there. So,
because what is it? London is the economic center of the globalists. Washington, D.C. is the military. And these are all not actually part of the country they're within. They're separate,
correct.
independent. And then the Vatican is the spiritual, much subverted. Already bad to
But I
begin
don't-
with, even
Yeah.
worse now.
But I don't feel like there's any kind of like real cohesion between these various centers. I mean, it might seem like there is, but I just don't see it. I mean, I just don't see.
Well, they
any-
had to
Who's playing
subvert.
ball with the Vatican? Who's playing ball with the Vatican these days? I don't see anybody.
Well, the
playing ball with
globalists
the
clearly
Vatican.
are. They're like, go bless this ice, Pope Leo. Now tell everyone immigration is great. Like,
Like, the
he's
Vatican
like,
almost
okay.
needs to be-
Niggas
they
love the
almost need to
Pope.
be irrelevant.
Niggas love the Pope.
People love the
But
Pope.
how about
Let's get a popular
that shit
Chicago
gets
White Sox
naturally-
hat. Have you seen it? Have you seen the Pope Chicago White Sox hat? They're
I
they're
thought-
giving them out
God.
for like a fan appreciation day, but like they're so popular that I think they're going to start making them and selling them.
They're popular.
But if you pull it up, Cube, you find I don't know how, I can't share
Dear
anything
God.
here, but if
So
you
I have
find
some
them, it's like a
questions.
White Sox hat, and it's got like the Pope thing kind of hanging down, and people love it.
So like, I'm confused. So the Trump administration is owned by Israel, and you can pretty much sum up these people, the Jews on one side and everyone else on the other, and you can call them globalists or communists or whatever they want. But to me, it's a very clear, defined fucking line. And when I see government policy, it very easily falls one way or the other. And so I don't understand how the fuck we're owned by Israel. Trump's owned by Israel. Stephen Miller, everyone knows Stephen Miller. He's a fucking Jew. But then he gets on Twitter today and he like condemns the ADL and he says they're not a Jewish organization. I'm like, so how are you fucking playing ball with Israel and this whole globalist side, but then you attack their primary fucking attack dog? Like, what is happening here? Are you stupid, Stephen Miller? Or do you not understand what's going on?
Do you remember when like the Macho Man would come out and he because that's like how I feel about all this stuff. Like, oh, there's a Jew who's being critical of Israel, like right to their face. It's like
Celebrate.
But you never see that.
If I don't,
shouldn't
if
see
I don't
that
find
because
Stephen fucking Miller as like
they're like
a
the same
real
side.
authentic critic of Jewish supremacy. Wow,
no, but he's a propagandist
overtly-
and he definitely has a side. So how is he flip flopping on this issue, or is he not? I don't understand. Is he? I don't get it.
I don't get
There
it.
you go.
Is that
Is that
that's
it,
a
Charlie?
special hat?
Is that it, Charlie?
That's it. Yeah, that's that hat, the White Sox hat.
Oh, like the thing on the left with the dangles?
Yeah, the one with
okay.
like the dangly. I don't know.
What the
I'm sure.
fuck?
Are the dangles to like imitate the Jewish
A fish.
dangles?
No, it's the
Jewish
Catholic. It's Catholic dangles. It's dangling your balls.
They've all
You know,
got the
fuck all
dangles.
these people. I don't give a fuck if you're Catholic or a Jew or whatever. Fuck all you with your stupid
It's a
occultism.
bunch
Because that's
of
what this
hocus
is.
pocus and
This is weird
superstitions
pagan
that got
occultism, is what it seems like.
Gotten billions of people murdered over the years over whose imaginary man in the sky is the best. Like, get the fuck out of here with that stuff. Like, can't you just live it? Like, I don't care what you think or what you believe or whatever, as long as you're not hurting other people. Like, do whatever you want. But like, that's not how it goes.
Well, no. What I believe requires me to hurt other people.
Oh,
I guess you forgot about that part of it. What I
don't wanna
believe
what you
requires the
believe.
hurting of other people.
Yeah, so I don't want to believe what you believe then.
Most religions
and
require the
also,
hurting
I
of
want you
other
to stay
people.
the fuck away from me because you've told me
Yeah.
that you want to hurt other people. So if anyone is like you're racist or prejudiced against that person, it's like yeah, because they said they want to hurt me. So yeah, I don't want them anywhere near me. Oh, how dare you? Well, I dare. I do. From time
And
to time.
that's just part of it. That's just baked into the feature of religion. So most religions need some type of sacrifice or something. Something has to be hurt. You know,
Yeah,
blood has to
why?
be shed in some way.
But
It's just
I know.
look.
It's
Yeah, but it's playing for
psychological.
real stakes right there. You know, a lot of people talk about stuff. Let's start spilling blood. Let's play for something real.
Let's start.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
world needs money, and let's start killing people. Right? Immediately.
It's just like, well, you see, I got the vision from up on high. This is not for me. Okay, this is not my vision. This vision was bestowed upon me as I slept. And I seen that I had to go over there and I had to whoop all y'all's asses and take your shit. So, I mean.
Oh, okay.
That's some
So
true
this is divine.
psychopath shit.
Yeah, this is divine. And I'm not gonna be the one to say that they ain't dreamed that shit. I won't dare. They might have dreamed some crazy shit like that.
They took some fucking DMT.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I'm
the
saying?
Joseph Smith origin story sounded like a mushroom trip to me. When it was told to me by a Mormon guy, I was like, dude, like I have had that trip at least 2 or 3 times, where you're out in the woods and you see this thing. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. He's like, it's not a mushroom trip. I'm like, I think it might be. He's like, it's not. Wouldn't that be funny if that's what it was?
Yeah, and it could be. These folks may be on drugs and they got this vision, you know,
Yeah.
and they acted upon it. They had the charisma, they had the proper power and procedures to enact this vision and make it divine and holy. That's just it.
How
Or
much
they just
do you
pretend
think-
to because it works on people, which is what like
Well, yeah, that too.
98% of the people right now who are saying they're
Couple-
having visions and
couple
channeling are
pretending.
doing.
How much
I
of
don't know,
it do you
didn't the one-
attribute to the guys just trying to get laid?
That has to be the sex cults.
Part of it, right?
Look, that's probably something centered around those particular cults. Where it's like, well, I also have to try out all the ladies as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just
usually kind
God
of
said.
comes with it. Like there's
that's
some
divine
sort
as
of, like,
well. That's
quality
divinity
control
as well.
component, you know.
Yeah. It's like, man, something don't sound right. But this is from up on high. This is not from me.
I mean,
Bring your wife to me. Okay. You know what I'm
it's the
saying?
imaginary
was-
guy.
What
Can we
was the
talk to him?
cult?
No,
Was it-
no.
I don't know if it was Nexium or what, but like one of the guys in it was like, oh, not only did whoever the leader was have to have sex with my wife, but he had to like butt fuck me. And I'm like, what? But why would you?
Wow.
Like,
I mean,
that's-
you too.
I mean, like you
had
have to be pretty gay to just let someone butt fuck you.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I mean 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
You're
Come on.
already.
Yeah.
If was it the Keith Raniere guy?
no, I can't remember.
guy
I just
who's
remember
running
reading
next
it
to-
in like shock, like you let it happen. Like
I just don't understand how
why?
like
Yeah.
Keith Raniere was with Nexium. I don't understand how people in the modern era get like cultized. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be fucked up to get cultized. man.
I mean,
No,
it
no,
is.
no,
That's
all-
what it is. You're like, you have
Yep,
daddy
but-
issues or mommy issues, and here's your new dad and your new mom, and they tell you what to do, and you're like, well, I need love and acceptance, so I'll do that.
Yeah, there's
You know
also
how
people
easy it
dressing up like
is?
foxes too. So like
Yeah, but
it is possible to join a cult.
there's so many people out here who have no hope, and all you gotta do is be the person that provides it.
Well,
That's
so many
it.
people have never had any attention in their fucking lives. Their parents
what
are
I'm saying.
shitheads. Their teachers are all shitheads. Everybody's a shithead. And now comes someone who's like, you are welcome here. Oh, I see you here. I know your name. Like, come be with
Mhm.
me. And they're like, oh my God, finally. Like, if we could solve fucking 90% of the world's problems if we just made sure somehow that everyone got enough fucking attention when they were young. That's it. Everybody's walking around just retardedly fucked up and nobody knows it.
Yeah, man, you just find people that don't have any hope, but and you just instill a little bit upon them, but that shit works.
It's most of them too.
And it's
Hey, I
easy.
got no,
It's an
hope, but
easy
I ain't
win.
getting cultized.
Damn, nigga, you.
Maybe you threw a bunch of like
Stop with the
tens, at, a
bullshit.
bunch of naked chicks at me, and like I just could have my way with them and a pile of crystal
Stop with
meth
the-
for, and I had no responsibilities. Then maybe I'll join your cult.
You want crystal meth
Stop,
instead of like
Cory.
Molly or something? Come on.
Oh, meth and Viagra, the greatest combination in human history.
Isn't it like a gay drug?
No, dude, you gotta,
Viagra?
no, dude, no.
I think so. I think it might be.
My question is that is it that many dudes out here who can't get hard? Because man, there's all kind of dick pills now. There's like 15 different dick pills. I'm like, every time I look up there, they got a new dick pill. I'm like, bro, there's no way that all these dudes out here can't get hard.
I think
That's
there's
all I'm
a
saying.
lot of money in healthcare. Like
Here's the
a
deal.
shit ton.
Dude.
The drug use affects your dick. Okay, the drug use affects your dick. Whether you're doing Molly or meth or whatever the fuck, your dick is it's a crapshoot if it's gonna work. Okay, so they know that the amount of drug use out there is probably through the fucking roof, and there's a
So
lot of
Viagra was created so that you could get a boner at the end while you're rolling your ass off at the end of the night.
yes, yes.
Yeah, but what they got? So they got Viagra. You got Cialis. You got what's it? The Blue Chew. Man, there's about 2 or 3 other ones. Man, there was one just popped up. It's been on X for like the past 2 months. I'm just
Well,
like,
here's the best part. So, like when you smoke meth, your fucking arteries and your veins constrict, right? It restricts your blood flow all over your body.
Why are we
so
smoking meth?
Viagra?
Can I ask why we're smoking
Because it's
meth?
way
know, I
better
don't
than
know.
snorting it.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah.
But Viagra, Viagra saves your life, bro, because it makes all your veins and stuff dilate, and so it counteracts the constriction of the methamphetamines, so you get higher off of it, and your
It
dick
also
works.
counteracts the methamphetamines. Not smoking it in the first place.
That's a tall order. Come on.
the
That's
number one
hard, bro.
counteraction.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
that
but-
sounds like a dangerous plan. But you know, even like if you were Lindsey, you're like, go, dude, MDMA instead. Well, like back in the good old days, back in my day, the turn of the century, our ecstasy was fucking phenomenal, and it didn't kill you in the bathroom, you know.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know, man. I don't know if like I had
Got
a
fentanyl in
wave a
it.
magic wand, win the lottery, go live out your fantasies, partying your brains out with Cory. That I don't know that I would dip
Well,
my
here's the
toe
thing.
back into that.
You
pool
have
these
to,
days.
if you're going to go meth route or MDMA route, you have to get the crystal itself. You cannot get any kind of powder because, of course, it's going to be cut with shit. That's the whole point of having powder. So if you don't have crystals in your hand, avoid that shit and walk away. If you have a weird fucking pressed pill, avoid that shit and walk away.
Oh my God,
Those
I've
were
eaten
cool.
so many.
Those were cool
Back in the day, I ate so many.
They're
Holy
not
shit.
cool now. Well, back in the day, we were like, what's the worst that's going to be in here? Mescaline. Cool. I'm good with that. You know, but now it's like, here's an overdose.
Special K.
Here's a deadly fucking dose
got
of
that one
fentanyl
time.
in your pill with you. Like, no, walk away.
That was
So,
the
dude, I
worst
got
one.
K pills
Me
so many
too.
times. The worst is the special K pills, and then we got these ones called Jolly Green Giants. And so here's the deal: when you take MDMA or good pills, they should be small, like a tiny pill. Like it's all you really need. But when you get these ones that are like a half-inch fucking long, and you're like,
Like, what is
there's something
this?
in there. I
Yeah.
took these motherfuckers, dude, and I was like, I had to be babysat the whole night. I was in the club and I was just leaning against the wall, and this chick who I knew who kept trying to get with me back then, she just stayed with me all night.
Aw.
Dude,
Well,
I don't
it-
think I ever
well,
did ketamine somehow. Like, there's no drug I haven't done except ketamine, as far as I know.
You don't want to do it. There's no
I don't
point.
wanna
You'll do it. You'll
know.
be like, this is so stupid.
No, I was glad that I did. I would hear people's stories, and I'm like, I'm not even really sure why you're doing this to yourself. Like,
Yeah,
that sounds awful.
I accidentally took it one night at Dre's in Vegas at like 4:00 in the morning, and
Oh
I
my
was
God.
I was stuck. I was physically incapacitated at a booth. Thank God
Oh
I
my
had we
God.
had a table, so I was there at a booth. But I had a very large transvestite Asian like lady boy sitting next to me in a bathing suit with a Yankees visor on, and was talking to me, and I couldn't move, and I could barely hear, and it was like techno blaring, and I was like, fuck, this is the worst feeling ever. You're like
I think I'm in hell.
physically paralyzed. Your mind is kind of working. I'm still like tripping, but I couldn't get away from this. And she was like telling me her life story. I was like, oh my God.
All you need is someone who will listen, man.
Yeah,
there
she had
you
a captive
were.
audience.
Yep. That was therapy.
Well,
You
it
provided
looks-
free therapy that night.
Yeah, you sound like
That guy had great tits. I'll
But-
give him that though. I will say that.
Dear God Almighty.
But he could palm a basketball, and I was like, I was looking at his hands, like, holy shit. He's like, "Do you want a cigarette?" I was like, "Holy shit!" Like Magic Johnson's hands. Fuck out of
Well,
here.
it looks
But
like
you're
if
an
you're
Asian
gonna
woman,
if you're gonna
right, you're a 6'1" Asian woman with those hands. Okay.
Yeah, and that may be true, Charlie. Let's not rule that out. It looks like if you're gonna mix your drugs with your dick pills, that the one that you should pick is Cialis, because it says Cialis lasts up to 36 hours. I'm like,
God
what I
damn.
need 3 days worth of hard on for?
Yeah. I don't. Please.
Does it stop working if I bust one?
Well, no, it's no good when
Does-
you
does
take a
it go away?
Viagra and like 4 hours later it wears off. That's pretty bad. You know.
36 hours.
Yeah, I
the
don't
Back in
Cialis,
the
yeah,
day, I
Cialis
was-
36, yeah. Mhm.
There's no
Back
way
in
you
the day
actually.
when I was on that meth all the time, I fucking had no problem going for like 4 hours. So you need the shit to last like longer than Longer than that.
So I
What you
speaking
mean?
of that,
Go on
speaking
with
of
what?
that, I just read the funniest story ever. Well, not funny for the guys it happened to, but there were these two British burglars that broke into what they thought was an abandoned house. They were going to steal a bunch of shit. The guy who was in there, it was a 6'7", 300-pound notorious male rapist
Oh,
who had spent
Jesus.
10 out of the last 12 years in prison for raping men.
Ah.
And he caught him. And because he was so big, he's a gigantic guy. He like grabbed him and like quickly incapacitated him, tied him up, kept him there in the house, and raped both of these guys nonstop for 5 days and 5 nights
Oh my God.
until the neighbors finally heard one of the guys screaming and called the police, and they arrested the guy. But they showed the pictures of the guys who had been raped, and they look like they look like they just got back from Vietnam. Dude, they had that stare, and it was like Pulp Fiction come alive. Like they picked the absolute worst house in the world to break into, and they showed a picture of the guy. He was like if you think of like the bear terminology, like in the gay community, like the big fucking guy with the hairy chest and like the white tighty whitey underwears, a 6'7", 300-pound deranged rapist. That was the guy that was waiting for these two poor bastards.
Why can't they just kill that guy? Why do they keep letting him out or whatever? Like, what if you know he's just gonna rape everyone? Just kill him.
I don't know.
Him. Good God.
So hold on. When you say 5 straight days, are you telling me he didn't bust for 5 straight days, or he was busting multiple times?
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, but here's the issue. Okay?
I'm sure it was raining loads in there.
Especially me in my advanced age, I don't even want the second one.
He could have gone through a couple Cialis for that. and been good. But I'm sure he was.
It doesn't start hurting
too, Cory.
Yeah, but you see, that's no good. But if you out here, and what Cory was saying, it's like, well, I needed the last 4 hours. That's no good, okay? I mean, dang, but I mean, you want the feeling like you may not make it through the first few strokes. That's what the feeling that you want, okay? You don't want this feeling like 2 hours later, I'm still wailing on this thing. Come on now.
Let me make this really clear, okay? When you die and go to heaven, it is truly nothing but you, a line of girls waiting to suck your dick, and a pile of crystal meth. That's it. Like, dude, that's it. There's nothing else. You need nothing else.
The average sexual
you could do that for like 25 grand in Vegas. We could. I mean,
true. Heaven on earth.
That's doable.
The average sexual encounter is 15 minutes.
There you go.
Not on crystal meth.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
But the average.
But hold on. So, but I would become frustrated. Like literally, like it would be frustrating because like you want to have the feeling. So obviously you don't have any feeling. Like you don't feel anything. Like you're just in there wailing.
No, it's the best in the universe ever. Especially
stop with the nonsense. Stop with the nonsense. Never mind. I thought I was talking to somebody rational today. Man,
I am rational.
Dude, what? No, man. There's no talking about the best ever. You don't have the feeling like you about to explode. No, that's the feeling,
right? But you can't. It doesn't happen for hours, and then you got to focus.
Sound frustrating.
And you got to like
so you just have that feeling for. Oh hell no! You see now that can't be the best feeling. If I got to focus on the focus, should be me trying not to bust quick, not me like damn. I wish I would bust and it's an hour later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it flips the whole mental gymnastics you have to do.
All right, bro. Me and you'll go to Vegas sometime, and I'll pay for your weekend, and you'll understand.
Oh my God! Don't get me
I can't do that.
Jesus Christ, you will make the worst.
I can't do that
ever.
No, I'm not doing any. No hardcore drugs.
Nothing good happening.
No, I ain't never messed with it, and now's not a good time. Just turned 40. No.
Happy birthday!
No, that's not a good time.
You're an adult now. That's what
is that what that means?
Yeah, when you're 40, you're an adult. Okay.
You trade me. That's what I trade ages with you. Yeah. So I mean, look, yeah, that's no good. It just sounds no good. Okay. All right. Let's all that stuff. We mixing, combining. We
Oh
last
yeah,
them
it's
way
a
longer
bad
than what we're
idea.
supposed to. Yeah, it's not good. Okay.
But it's also like people are drinking and doing cocaine and doing Cialis all at the same time. Like it's a
I ain't gonna lie
really
to
bad
you.
idea. Yeah,
And they
Like
for
when
wonder
sure.
why
That
their
is
like hearts
implied.
all fucked up and their
It's
fucking bodies
it's still
falling apart.
we're still gonna do
when
it.
when I've when I've been drinking, when I've been drinking, I don't want to have no relations at all. I could give a fuck. Don't put it near me. I want to go to sleep
What do you
after
drink
I've been
when you go
drinking.
out? What do you drink, Cube?
So usually I'll drink some type of whiskey.
Just whiskey or whiskey and Coke? Or...
I've got a liking to the old fashions, but the go to was the Jack and Coke for years.
Yeah.
But even during like my party phase, my damn career, as I like to call it. But when we were out drinking, I really won't look in the fuck. I mean, I'm drunk. I'm like that's not what I'm looking. Like when I was sober, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you looking around. I was drunk. I'm like, yeah, we're drinking. And so like I get back to the house. Look, if you looking something, don't let me start drinking. You need to tell me that early on, okay? Hey, look, I'm looking a little something. We get back. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna have one drink then. It'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at something, you let me drink like 4 or 5. No, but when I get back to the house, I'm going right to sleep immediately.
I've
I
never.
don't.
There's no
Mhm.
drug or alcohol that's ever made me want to have sex.
No.
None of them.
Hmm.
Ever. People are
Yeah,
like, I
some people,
love to
it's
have
like a
sex on
trigger.
shrooms. I'm like, you guys are crazy. Or
Oh,
they're like,
That's
yeah,
stupid.
drunk and fuck.
Get
I'm
me
like,
naked
I
while
don't
I'm
know.
tripping, I'll freak out. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird, dude. Like you're gonna unite your
You see
soul
your
with
thing
another
start
being.
growing, and it'd be growing all the way up in your nose.
yeah.
Fucking wild.
You're like, oh my god, I didn't realize when it gets so big.
Dude, but like weed was the number one one. Everyone's like smoking weed, and they're like, yeah, I get horny. I'm like, I've never gotten horny from smoking weed, but it's very common apparently. But I just don't. It's just not me.
I don't know, man. Look, I prefer.
Ecstasy?
No, I mean,
Look,
like, I'm like, yeah, give me a back massage. Like, I want to feel
Right.
things. But I don't want them to
Right,
be
right.
sex. I don't.
yeah, but
I
that's
don't
just
know. That's
yeah,
just
but
not
but
what I want.
the sex is such a fantastic moment that I don't want it to be ruined by me being fucked up.
I think that may be part of it. I'm like, we can do that anytime. Right now, we're experiencing this.
Yeah, it's just like I mean,
Acid?
like I want.
Oh God, no.
So what about acid? I mean, we just keep throwing them out there, Charlie. I mean, what else we
Acid is
got?
like,
It's-
it's like you've got like you're in for 12 hours.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like
I think
what are we gonna do? It's like I
think
don't
the
know. I mean, there's only
weirdest
so many movies
experience
we can
I could
walk to
have
a convenience store. Like okay,
sex.
then what?
Play in the woods, dude. You have to be in a forest. You have to find a fucking river. Like that's what you need to do on acid. You need to be
I
in
don't like
nature.
acid. Do you?
I loved it. I've done acid more than anyone I've ever met. I've
Oh,
tripped
okay.
at least 100 times, and so I've done at least
Oh, okay,
300
well,
hits of
Yeah.
acid.
You're
I might give you a run
connoisseur.
for your money. I'm in that same kind of ballpark.
You're the
But,
only person I've ever met who might, yeah. And most people
But
are
I
like,
hate it. I hate it, and it took me 100 times doing it to realize it.
I loved it until like
Oh,
the 100th time, and then I was like,
Can we-
okay, we're done.
Can we
Forever.
stop? Can we stop?
Well,
Oh,
is-
don't say anything else. I just had 2 people say it took them 100 times to figure out they didn't like it.
But I liked it all the other times. It was just the 100th time I was like, it's
Well,
a bit much now.
For me, like I swear, like the last like dozen times I did it, I literally got nothing out of it. I mean, the acid was good, but like I sat there and I was just bored for like 8 hours. I didn't have the thought anymore. I didn't have the visuals were annoying me. I was like, God, if I'm not tripping, I'm not going to have the psychological trip. I don't want everything to be melting on me. Fuck.
It's
And like
no
I
longer
just
engaging.
didn't get. Yeah, it just wasn't doing anything. Like nothing positive whatsoever. I've done mushrooms a bunch of times. Like years later, I did mushrooms a couple times when we were living back in Denver, and I've done mushrooms over the years a little bit, and that was good. That was kind of like just
mushrooms are great.
yeah, it was just nice. It wasn't
In the
like oh my
right
God, I'm dripping my
setting.
balls off. Right? It was just nice, you know.
Mhm.
And I microdosed for like 3 weeks straight to where I didn't feel like I was tripping, but I ate a mushroom when we grew mushrooms in Denver. This would have been like 5 years ago when we started the show about that time. Like I microdosed. Well, microdosing, you're supposed to take a little pinch. I'm like, that's some pussy ass shit. So I ate a little mushroom every day for like 3 weeks. Not only once or twice was I like, damn, that was a little bigger than I should have taken. Right. But it was like just enough to where you didn't really feel it. But I'll tell you what, it ended a series of depression that I was in big time.
Yeah.
I was in a
That's what
bad
microdosing is
state
so
of mind,
good for.
and it
I take
fucking
it.
like just pulled me
Get
out of
some
that.
yesterday. I get
Yep.
some
Oh,
from
cool.
Brain Supreme. I'm friends with the owner, and I take their stuff. I took some yesterday, actually. Yeah.
Brain
Good
Supreme
We-
sounds a lot more legitimate than Joe down the street.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Well, we grow our own and microdose most of the time, and I just think it's so helpful.
It
It's
is
also
very
cool to take
helpful.
a break from it and then go back to it, but it literally helps you regrow neurons. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're usually more productive, more even keel. Yeah, if you're in depression or anxiety, it's going to pull you out of it. But yeah, usually, what do
sure.
they say? 0.3 or less is the usual microdose.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's good for people. It's an option. Now
Therapeutically helpful.
I'm very suspicious of what Rogan was talking about with Trump about the government getting involved in psychedelics.
Well, yeah.
Like I like psychedelics. I like them for the benefits that you just mentioned, or I should say mushrooms for that. But do not get the government involved. Like this, I don't like, and don't get big pharma. Brought to you by Pfizer. Your mushrooms, because it's going to be like.
You don't think they're here to help you out, Charlie? You don't think that they would give they would give you the best of the best? There wouldn't be no side effects. This would be the good shit. Homegrown. You know what I'm saying? 100% authentic.
Will
Straight from the earth.
If there is a way to engineer bad trips, they will find a way to engineer bad trips into it.
Dude, we didn't
Well,
have
they-
scream barfing from marijuana until we got the government involved.
What they would just say that your bad trip is just on you. It's just something that you got going on. Okay, doesn't have anything to do with the product itself.
Victim shaming.
Yeah.
There we go. And look, sometimes victim shaming just has to be done. It's okay. All right. I mean, it's all good. It just is what it is. But that they would say that, hey, our stuff is the best. And look, you don't have to go to Joe Schmo down the street. You don't have to find somebody. You can go right to your local pharmacy and pick it up. CVS has it. Okay, CVS has it. You go pick it up today. It's very convenient. Doesn't it sound convenient?
Well, yeah, it does, but
You
I
like
don't
it when
want
it's
it from the
convenient.
government.
It's also
Yeah, but they say it's
genetically
convenient.
edit you and mind control you. Don't worry about it. Just take it.
Yeah.
Say, look, read the fine print. Okay. Now I know when you folded that sheet out, there was nothing on it, but there's supposed to be stuff there. Okay.
It's invisible.
I like
ink.
I like the fine print that comes with mushrooms out in nature.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah.
don't die, right? That's it. Don't eat the wrong mushroom. Other than that, like whatever happens, happens. Oh, you ate too much? Write it out, dummy. You got to go through that. You got to be like the guy at Acapulco who did not. I don't know how he didn't realize that he paid $100 for a chocolate bar, that it had to have been magic chocolate bar, but he ate the entire thing because he was a huge fat guy.
It might have been one of those Dubai ones. It might have been the
Have
Dubai
like
chocolate bar. They are expensive.
incapacitating trip. Yeah. So like, as long as you don't do that, you'll be fine.
Look, man, I think Pfizer could cook something up good for the people out there. They've cooked up so many great things in the past.
But
Like some Soylent Green or something.
yeah, that too. But like, could you imagine like every dipshit, frantic lunatic housewife now tripping balls on mushrooms, going to pick up the kids from school at 3:30 in the afternoon? She's on her Pfizer prescription. She's reimagining stoplights and things like
Yeah,
that.
we'd probably have to
that
ban
noise.
kitchen knives and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just walk in and get poked to death. I mean, you just like, what happened? It's like, oh shit, I took a little bit too much of that Pfizer this morning. That's my beat.
Too much
I mean, you know
Pfizer
what I'm
shrooms.
saying? Yeah. I thought you was some type of monster
Shroomex.
coming through. Yeah,
Brought
there
to
you
by
go.
Pfizer. I took too much Shroomex last night and
Shroomex.
couldn't get to sleep. I've been tripping balls all night long.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now, look, they would have the side effects up there. It's just like everything else when they put it up there on the screen for you. Like the HIV medication to where you can fuck people and they won't get HIV somehow. I don't know how that's happening. I'm not sure
HIV is
how this
bullshit.
pill is. Corey, stop. I'm not sure how that's possible. Okay. But they always list the side effects at the end, bloating, irritability, you may want to off yourself, okay? Rectum bleeding, all right, bleeding of the eyes, loss of hearing, loss of vision, depression. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm gonna be able to have that sex, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Hey, good thing. My fuck game gonna be right. Hey, so I mean, that's all I know. So I mean, everything else is gonna be, in dire straits. But
Sure, I
be able to have
shit
this
my
sex.
pants at work today, but I got a great boner at night. It's great.
Does it seem like there's way more pharmaceutical ads right now than there ever has been in your life? Or is
Yeah, I
that
thought
just-
RFK was banning that shit.
Yeah,
I know there is.
It's
Because I tried to
decrease.
watch. Because of course, every streaming platform you got now, you can't watch a movie without the ads, or you got to pay for not having the ads. So I was sitting there trying to watch Weapons today, and oh my god, dude, the amount of ads they put in there, I was like, dude, it was literally like every 10 minutes it
And
was
like
ads. I
they're
was like,
all for medicine.
yeah, I'm like, niggas broke like that. Here's what I'm saying. Okay, so here's what I figured out. Like, I'm not sure where media is getting their money from, but they're broke. Like all of them. Like all media is broke.
They're getting their
None
money
of them
from the
have
ads
any
from
money.
Big Pharma. They're getting
Big Pharma.
60% of their television nightly news ad revenue from pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so media, Hollywood, all those niggas are broke.
Well,
All
if
of them.
RFK turned it off, they'd go out of business. The
Do
MSNBC
it.
and NBC.
it.
I mean, it'd be a 2-for-1.
I'd love that. If the media disappeared and Big Pharma disappeared, it'd be the best world instantly.
No, but hold on. When I say media, I'm talking about like it's going to be up to us or I guess AI make the movies from here on out. But like I'm talking about movies and everything. Like, motherfucker, ain't nobody making no money.
Oh,
Like
good,
everybody's
fine.
taking an L on everything.
Good. Maybe don't make shitty woke remakes, race swapped horse shit. Maybe try that. Try going back to your roots, making films that people actually want to watch, not propaganda vehicles disguised as movies. Like, I have zero sympathy for Hollywood. Like, they have nobody to blame but themselves. They've been exposed for what they are. Fuck them. I love that AI is eating their lunch. I love that it's putting the studios out of business. I love that it's putting all the people that work there out of jobs. Fuck them. That industry is demonic. And I'm not even a religious person. It's a demonic industry, man. The sooner Hollywood goes away, the better.
There's so many good stories that could be told. My fucking
So
trilogy is one of them. It should be a movie. It should be a mini series made excellently, and people would love it. I would be a billionaire for this shit, and they're never gonna pick up stories like that. Do you know what they fucking told me? I've probably said this like a million times, but all these publishers, the ones that got back to me, I really like your book, but it's not feminist enough. This book is about a fucking matriarchal society. The main characters are all women. How is it not feminist enough, you fucking crazy people? Do you know why it's not? I can't tell you why because it's a spoiler.
Yeah. Don't tell people. Don't tell people.
It's fucking retarded. They're all fucking retarded. That's their feedback for me. This is an excellent fucking story, and their feedback is not feminist enough. Go fuck yourselves.
What if you guys made that and served it up to the audience that wasn't looking for feminist bullshit? What if we tried that? What if you guys reimagined your audience and thought, maybe they might like something else too, in addition to the woke bullshit that we're putting out. Have we ever considered that? Like the fact that guy that they go, oh, this is too, it's not feminist enough. Like, okay, great, whatever. Let's say that assessment is correct. Then why don't we fit the other genre that's catering to people that's not interested in that bullshit?
Yeah.
Well,
How about that?
here's another issue, okay?
You can make money.
And the number one issue, niggas is broke, okay? And so when you spend $250 million on a movie, all right, and that's just with it being made, you've got your marketing as well, which they usually say is
Double.
the same budget.
Yeah.
There's no way to make money. Like there's not, because first of all, the movie's not that good. Second of all, it costs you $500 million.
That's why you have sequels.
Yeah, I'm like there's no way to make the money back. You know how you make your money. Somehow you figure out how to make a well they do that. They do merch. They sell. Well, you see what they used to do. You used to have your DVD sales. They put it on regular TV. You would get your revenue from that as well. And then you got to think theaters take half of the cut. So if you talk about $500 million, which you had to shell out for this movie, dog, you got to make like $750, $800 million to make a little bit of profit.
Yeah.
Just make it for cheaper, dude. You can make amazing movies for not that much money.
They don't know how to.
They don't know how.
But it's just like everything else. Like, well, like we're bloated. Like, and so that's why when like we look at the government and stuff, like, oh man, they're wasteful spending. I was like, everybody is. Don't nobody know how to not wastefully spend. Like they don't have a clue. Like we've been doing it so long that it's just like it's second nature. It's like shit. Just spend it and we'll worry about it later.
But don't you have to pay a price for that? I mean, Disney lost 50% of its market cap by going to this woke bullshit. They cost themselves $250 billion. Like,
yeah,
and that is a price. You can quantify their decision making with that. Like when everybody else was Netflix's stocks going to the moon, Disney's is in the toilet, and it's like,
Charlie, they are paying the price. They are paying the price. All right. They always have cuts at ESPN. That's the first thing they make cuts at. Okay, getting rid of shows, all that stuff. They just cut 8% of Marvel because godly, but I don't know what the fuck they've been doing since 2020. They just let go of the rope. They just let go of the rope. I mean, they just got niggas. They made She-Hulk. I mean, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got She-Hulk out here shaking her ass. I mean, come on.
Bro, there's rumors of that coming back.
No,
it's not. It's not. Okay. Number 3, they're raising ticket prices. They say it's going to be a little bit of a hefty uptick as far as ticket prices to get in Disney World, Disneyland, and all that stuff. So yeah, they feeling the heat. But I think it was a year and a half period. They lost $900 million across like 7 movies. Not 900. I mean 900 million. I'm sorry, $900 million across 7 movies. I almost lost $1 billion across 7 movies. It's like, hey,
stop making movies.
It's like, what does it take for me to be a CEO? Look, pay me. Look. The rate is not going to be as high. Okay. All right. My rate, my cut don't need to be as high. You just need somebody to go in and make poor decisions. I am your man. Okay.
But
I can go in there and I can hook y'all up tomorrow.
This is above you as the CEO, because then you get pulled into the meeting with the board of directors, and BlackRock is in Vanguard and State Street are all on there, and they've made a calculation that they want to go woke. And if you don't go woke, they will replace you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you just pay me to make a poor decision. What y'all say y'all want? You want a bunch of woke movies? You ain't got to pay him $40 or $50 million. You can pay me $2 million.
Yeah, but they need a white man at the helm of Disney. Let's be honest.
They need they
need a white face there at the helm of Disney.
Yeah, but wouldn't it just make sense that to have a black guy who sells country up there making the decisions?
It would be funny as fuck. I assure you.
See what I'm saying?
But I know that I think it'd be very confusing for the board. And then they would go back through 200 and how many weeks of episodes?
Yeah, they go through all my backlog too because my channels are up.
Did you or did you not say the following? You're like, sounds like me.
I was like, look, man, I could not confirm nor deny. They show the footage. I'd be like, that's AI. That's all I got to say now. It's AI. And all you got to say is AI. It wouldn't be. Look, can I go and get my $2 million? Look, I know y'all got severance pay and stuff. Can I just go and get my $2 million? I ain't even gonna ask for $25 million in stock options. I don't want no stock options or none of that. If you give me $2 million flat, Bo, I can turn this thing around tomorrow. All right. How you want? I can turn it around for you tomorrow.
What would you do at ESPN?
At ESPN,
Yeah,
get about 90% of the chicks off of there. I just got to be honest with you.
Well, I would
But because
I would bring back the hot chicks. I would get
look,
all the woke people off Sports Center. They just fired Mark Davis, which is good.
Yeah,
he's a racist scumbag. Outkick has been up his ass for the last like 5 years.
Yeah, he was up there crying with Doris Burke the other week. Yeah, they were
like
sharing a moment.
Yeah, ESPN's a dumpster fire. Well, actually, I take that back. Their ratings have improved recently. They've been getting rid of a lot of people. So
yeah, they've improved because they went down to almost like I
know.
think only they got 4 shows now. If I'm correct, they got Get Up.
Yeah.
They've got First Take. They just picked up the Rich Eisen show.
Yep.
Okay, so they just picked him up, and they got and they got Pat McAfee.
They got McAfee.
Which on McAfee show it just straight up says, "Hey, be careful when you watch this." I mean, they were up on ESPN, man. It was like shit, damn, hell. I mean, he was just going at it, but you know what I'm saying? So because they needed some cash to come in, and so McAfee's like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna be talking crazy up here. I'm just letting you know."
Yeah.
It's like, no, we need the money
for 5 years.
They said we need the money. Like that's how bad it had gotten. So they had to cut the fat. Like Disney's had to cut a lot of people because they just weren't making the revenue, and then they were taking so many L's on their movies as well.
How about we not do the race swapping Little Mermaid? How about we stop doing shit like that? And we get back to like making family movies for families and things like that, and fun movies, not just an agenda on how to demoralize white men.
Well, the problem is that they started buying up some of these other franchises and they hijacked them. Like these should be slam dunk winner franchises. Like you talk about Star Wars. That should be a slam dunk. Close your eyes and here comes $1 billion.
They fucked it up. And Kathleen Kennedy is a woke retard. That's why. So, and now she's out. So, which is good.
And of course we got the newest movie coming out. Was it Mandalorian and Grogu? I'm like,
nobody cares.
This is not a movie that should go to the big screen.
No.
Like, what are y'all doing?
They're Disneyfying Star Wars.
Like y'all made that last trilogy, and it was so terrible. It was.
I think Walt Disney's rolling over in his grave. Do you think Walt Disney would have gone woke ever? No, that guy was enough.
Disney is rolling over in his underground mausoleum. His cryogenically frozen brain is turning over, and
it's terrible. So, and we've seen this in a lot of movies. Like we're trying to, and look, there's plenty of movies where women has been the lead and all that stuff, but
no, not until Jennifer Lawrence was in the Hunger Games, and everybody knows it.
Oh shit, that's my baby.
She says Jennifer that. I was like, what is
she's stunning and brave though.
Yeah, it ain't like the 100 other movies way before her.
Way before. I was like, what is she smoking, dude?
It was way better. But here's what they didn't do, okay? They didn't have the woman come out there and manhandle some dude. She had to be crafty. She had to be cunning. You know what I'm saying? She had sneak attacks. So like in the newest Star Wars trilogy, okay? She's fighting my man out there in the snow. She ain't picked a lightsaber up one time and she beats the nigga the first go around. I said, there ain't no way.
Dude,
all right?
This is why white women go travel alone in India and the rape fucking capital of the world, because they're like, I can take a man. No, you can't. No, you can't. This
I'm
movie
just like,
made
there
you
ain't-
believe in yourself
there
in the
ain't-
wrong ways.
There ain't no way that Ray goes out there and beats Solo, all right, in a lightsaber duel. This nigga been training his whole damn life. And
Don't
she
they
ain't picked
call
one
that
up ever.
Isn't that a Peggy Sue? She's all of a sudden
It's
magically like perfect.
it's a bullshit is what it is. I'm like, bro, let me tell you something right now. I mean, if a Navy SEAL, if I go out there and I challenge a Navy SEAL right now, okay, I'm getting taken out. All right. They ain't gonna be no lucky blow or nothing, and it's gonna be quick. Okay. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be no extended battle. All right. I don't care if he's retired or not. I'm 3-4. So I don't care how close she is to the Force. All right. She ain't close enough to this nigga that's been training his whole life and decided to embrace the dark side. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
And so to install that in your movie, it's just like, what do we got going on, man?
You have an agenda.
That's it.
And the agenda involves like flat-chested, slightly ugly women, and I don't understand that. Like I'm a woman and I want to see large-breasted, beautiful women because why wouldn't you? I can see normal people every day, all day.
Yeah.
Like when I'm watching a movie, I'd love for my people to be beautiful. Come on.
Yeah.
But this
Is it
epidemic
too
was
much
also
to
took
ask?
over. It also took over video games. I don't know if you know this.
Yes.
Was a major.
Oh, yeah, it
was
has,
a
yeah.
major conflict. Like the new Star Wars game that came out had this ugly ass fucking like non-binary chick as the fucking lead, and then you got. And then you
Assassin's
got
Creed, the new one, and the new fucking Ghosts of Yote or whatever it's called. Both of them have
yes,
just ugly chicks, and I'm like, what?
and the
Asian
Assassin's
women are
Creed put a black
beautiful.
guy. Assassin's Creed put a black samurai in the shit.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and
there's a black
to the
samurai.
point where Japan was pissed. The country of Japan was like, "Fuck you."
Good, because fuck you, because it was stupid, and it was also he was a shitty character and not fun to play. So
And right now there's a big debate going on with the gamers over what's going to happen with Fable, because Fable did the same shit. There's a Fable remake coming out in a couple months, and like 6 months ago they released the pictures of the chick, and she's like she's the ugliest bitch that's ever been in a video game, and it's supposed to be the lead. And so like,
Yeah, but
everyone freaked out. The company freaks out. Now nobody knows if they're going to change it or not.
Yeah, but you remember back in the day, like when they made these video games and they put the women in it, they would all be augmented features, like all of them augmented, and they'd be scantily clad.
Yeah.
They're like, look, bud, dudes are going to be the ones that's buying this. So, I mean, you might as well cater to
and
dudes.
girls like girls too.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like Chun-Li was
Just put some
hot,
tits
and
on it.
everybody wanted to be her.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you're selling. Put tits on it and you'll sell more. Do you remember Revenge of the Nerds when they're selling the pies?
Yeah, there you go.
Why did they sell so many pies? Because they had the chick underneath the pie when you ate it.
This is an easy win, okay? I mean, this is the easiest win, but somehow we, I don't know, but we gloss over. But I don't know how many, and I guess that's why there's so many people that are, anti Sydney Sweeney, because she kind of fits that mold. You know what I'm saying? Big breasted,
They're
hot
jealous.
chick.
You're
You know what I'm
jealous.
saying?
Awesome.
She's
Uh-huh.
got
Yeah,
fucking
and
a
so-
beautiful body. Her face is a little weird. Her eyes are a little weird.
She
But
looks-
she's beautiful.
Right. She looks a
Looks
little
so
bit unintelligent. That's part of the key
I
that men
don't-
like. Men love the chick who looks slightly unintelligent.
That's a good
You
one.
need to explain it to her twice, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, What if in the video games, like in the game itself, when you're in the character creation mode, could you add like an ailment to your character, like Bell's palsy or like mental retardation or some sort of
Yes.
like head injury? Because then you could be inclusive of people that like put them in a wheelchair and like be like, like an ailment option.
Well, that was
Well, you couldn't use Bell palsy because that's vaccine related. So you'd have
You'd be
to,
like,
right. And so that would bring up the vaccine, which definitely means that there's a hierarchy of disability.
Well, they'd be at the top with their vaccine injury and their Bell's palsy.
in,
damn, see
what
how
was it?
Well, that would require a liberal to admit something, and they can't do that. So Bell's palsy got to be out.
What was the game that was like a big hit? It was like electronic and futuristic and dystopian, and you could have a dick and tits. Like you could go that far with your character creation.
Oh shit.
I can't remember
I
what it's
don't know
called.
about
It
that.
was
It's got to
super
be some type of
popular.
cyberpunk. It's got to
Yeah,
be some type of
yeah.
cyberpunk game.
I ain't never played
feel
no
like it's
game like
called
that where you
Cyberpunk,
where
but-
you could shape the dick of the character. I've never
Yeah,
played
you
that.
could like create the dick, and then you could have breasts too, and it was pretty wild actually. It looked like a fun game, but I don't
Hey,
remember.
one of my
I would love to see the stats on how many created a big black dick. I mean,
Yeah.
I bet it's got to be close to 100%.
Well, you know,
it's got to
you
100%.
jest, but I never realized how big the porn games were until I realized that half of Steam sales are their porn games.
Wow.
I didn't know Steam had porn games.
Bro,
wow.
Yeah,
yes,
dude.
you go into
First of all, what's a porn game? What is that?
it's a
is
game where
that?
you have to fuck chicks and stuff, and it's
Oh,
graphic.
and you got to last. Oh, you probably have to last and shit
You
like
last
that.
a certain amount of time with your
Oh
CL.
yeah, I can see
Well, I think
that.
it's-
We're opening up this can
Not
of
that I
worms,
know
but
from
how does that work?
experience, but I think it's more like it's like a lot of these are like you're talking to a chick and you got to say the right thing
Yeah.
to get her back to your
Oh.
place, right?
Oh
Right,
my
you know?
God. So it's like a simulator, like a practice round for nerds to pick
There
up
was
chicks.
one literally called something like Guns and Pussy or something. You just went around shooting people and like having
It's a
sex.
great name for a game.
Yeah, dude.
But if you go into Steam and you look at some of these titles, you think that this is some obscure shit that no one's buying. Bro, you go click at a porn game and it's got 3,000 fucking reviews. It's like people are buying this shit.
And admitting it and reviewing it. That's amazing.
Yes. And if 3,000 are reviewing it, how many are not? 10 times
Yeah.
the amount? Like,
For sure.
At least that's at the low end. That's at the low end. well, look. I mean, hey, you know, to each their own. If that's what you purchased, then I mean, you know, good luck to you. I mean, how do you beat the game? How you get to the end of it? There's probably no end.
Never ending.
It's just thrill. You know what I'm saying?
Why
So
stop a
I've
good
got-
thing?
Yeah, I've got something I can do the rest of my life. And y'all talking about the vaccine potentially related injuries. I seen a little bit of a podcast right here recently where they were talking about the sudden rise in turbo cancers, and we just don't understand why we got this rise in these turbo cancers in young people. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't either. I mean, I've got no clue either. I'm right there with you. I'm just as shocked and baffled as you are.
It's so
And so
weird.
maybe
how
it's maybe it's the plastics. Mhm.
Nobody who's not injected themselves has it. How weird.
I mean, tomato. You know what I'm saying? I
The
mean,
unvaccinated are not dying suddenly. How about that?
It's sad to watch people who got vaccinated be like, well, I'm dying of cancer. I'm like, sayonara.
Sorry.
I mean, like, fuck, you fucked yourself. Like, none of us can do shit about it.
This is, I mean, my goodness. So, day zero, we're gonna get a subscription to Claude, okay, and we're gonna do an AI agent and have us make us one of these games that we can put on one of these sites. Might be able to make a dime or two. All right, so
The day
if
zero
anybody's out
sex
there
game.
who's there you go, interested in it. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a link soon. We'll have a link. You just sign right on up. Guys, we appreciate y'all for being with us on this episode of Day Zero. It's been a couple weeks, so somebody probably has something new. All right, we're gonna start with Charlie.
I have Mike Cobb on from ECI Development. They're building houses, mini homes, tiny homes, all kinds of stuff in Belize, Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica. And they have teak forests there as well that they sell little plots and you can get residency. So it's great. It's a cool program. I always have breakfast with Mike at Anarchapulco. He's a super guy. So he's my macroaggressions guest. Check it out, activistpost.com for your news. That's it.
There we go, Lindsay.
I just did an episode today on the weird things surrounding the supposed shooter, Alan Cole, whether or not he's a plant who did this, but he has NASA connections, but there's weird time travel shit that might be connected to it too. So check that out. Other good episodes there on Rogue Soul. You can find it on any podcast platform. And you can go to my Substack, rogueways.substack.com, support me there, read some of that stuff, and then go to roguesoul.org for everything else I do.
There we go.
Just
There we
once
go.
I want one of these shooters just once to only have connections to like the local beer hall and fucking the gun club and like some and a subscription to like fucking some redneck magazine. Like I would love for that to be the case sometime. But all of them have connections to government. All
Yeah.
of them.
Well, I mean, tomato. Corey, we got volume 1 out. Is volume 2? Volume 2. We got volume 1. Okay, tell us about volume 2.
Soon, bitches.
I wonder from history, okay, but Corey is ridiculous. Buddyhistory.substack.com, best World War II historian on the planet. My God. You got HQ420.com for everything I do. I might have a banner soon enough, all right? So these niggas will stop damn irritating the shit out of me.
He's echoing. He's echoing. Everyone's got to get on him for echoing.
Man.
He needs some padding and shit. Get a curtain.
And look, ain't nobody complain, okay, on the show. So we're good. All right. So we appreciate everybody for being with us. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace out.